The latest flying mishap for Harrison Ford is being investigated by the FAA for landing his plane uncomfortably close to an American Airlines jet packed with passengers. ABC's David Curley is on the scene at John Wayne Airport in California. Good morning, David.
Morning, George. It is dark and foggy today, but on Monday at noon, it was a sunny Southern California day as Harrison Ford was on final approach to this airport and talking to controllers.
These pictures taken the morning that sources tell ABC News Harrison Ford was in a close call. The pilot of the single-engine plane acknowledging instructions to land on runway 20 left at John Wayne Airport. But his single-engine plane was heading to the parallel taxiway instead, where an American Airlines 737 with more than 100 passengers on board was waiting to cross the runway to take off. Ford reportedly passed right over the top of the jetliner, asking controllers whether that jet was supposed to be below him. He landed safely, but landing on a taxiway is a safety violation. The FAA launched an investigation. It was not the actor's first flying incident.
53178, engine failure, immediate return.
2 years ago, Ford suffered an engine failure just seconds after taking off from Santa Monica Airport.
He's landing on the course.
Crash landing that historic World War II-era plane on a golf course. Bystanders and paramedics rushing to his rescue. A few months later, he told Amy Robach he had recovered fully.
How are you feeling?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Yeah?
Thank you. I'm back playing tennis, riding my bikes, and having a good time.
But while he played as spaceship captain Han Solo,
Kid, I've flown from one side of this galaxy to the other.
and flew a plane as Indiana Jones,
I didn't know you could fly a plane. Why, yes. Land? No.
Ford has said flying gives him an identity other than Harrison Ford, the actor,
Get off my plane.
as he told our Barbara Walters.
I love the freedom of flight. I love the places you go. I love seeing the world from an airplane. I'm in love with flying.
Now, the NTSB is gathering information as well, but the FAA is investigating. That could end with no action, a letter of reprimand, or the possible revocation of his license. Guys?
Wow, you think they're going to go that far, David?
It's hard to say. I mean, it is a serious incident. This is a bigger airport, and he did fly right over a commercial jetliner. In fact, the American Airlines pilots saw him going overhead. It's really unclear where the FAA will land. They're going to be interviewing both Harrison Ford, the controllers, everybody involved.
Okay, David, thanks very much. Let's talk to our aviation analyst, Stephen Ganyard, about all this right now. Steve, thanks for joining us again this morning. So Ford was known as a pretty strong pilot after pulling off that crash landing in 2015. What do you think happened here?
He was a strong pilot then, George. He's a strong pilot now. He made a mistake, like every pilot will or has in the past, me included. If you saw the graphic there, you saw that you have two parallel runways, and then you have the inboard taxiway, and he, for some reason, was convinced that he was lined up with the left runway when he was in fact lined up with a taxiway. Sometimes in these high workload environments, when you're landing and John Wayne's a busy airport, you can get tricked into, your brain can help you make mistakes. We see it often. Airplanes land on the wrong runway. They land on taxiways. You remember a couple years ago, we saw that 747 that landed at the wrong airport. So I'm going to go out a bit and be contrary and say that Harrison made a mistake here. He saw that American jet. Were those people in any danger? No.
So they were not in any danger. So it's this idea that maybe he should face some kind of there are no age restrictions on private pilots. He's 74 years old. For commercial pilots, it's 65.
Yeah, no age restrictions. You just have to meet your FAA physical that you go through every year. But I don't think we're at the age with Harrison that we need to have a discussion about taking away the keys.
And you don't think he should get a big penalty?
I don't. I think the only penalty that's going to occur here is the embarrassment that he's going to suffer from the ribbing he's going to take from his buddies at the flying hangar.
Okay, Steve Ganyard, thanks very much.
Because pilots, David, they're known to do that, perhaps.